Thank God! There was blue skies that did show sex. I slowly open my eyes. I feel way more rested than most days. My left arm is wrapped around Sayori, holding her tightly. Damn, last night was amazing. I gently kiss Sayori on the forehead to wake up. Come on, Sayori, we still have school. 5 more minutes, I feel too comfy. How can I say no to that? I lay my hand back down on my pillow and I shut my eyes for another 5 minutes. Sayori and I walk out of my house together. It seems that everyone is having a terrific day today. People seem to be having a pep in their step and make their daily commute. Sayori is no different. Whee! I feel like going on an adventure. I see you're in a good mood today. Well, why wouldn't I be? You made me feel so special last night. I feel my face turn pink. Aha, same here. I put my arm around Sayori and pull her closer to me. Today is going to be great. Today was great! Even the teacher seemed to be in a very chipper mood. No homework over the weekend either. I sure hope the girls had an amazing day like I did. Hey guys, how's everyone doing today? I don't get an answer. Sayori, Natsuki, and Yuri are surrounded by the desk in front of the room. Guys, what's up? What's going on? It's a poem from Monica. A poem? Maybe that's what she was working on yesterday. I'll walk over to the desk to see it for myself. Sure enough, a slightly wrinkled sheet of paper lay on the desk, her handwriting as recognizable as ever. Her voice seems to echo through the words.
Loud, endless static. It's all I've ever really known. A world full of infinite choices, and you decided to leave me.
Fuck you.
Pen in hand, I can no longer find the strength to move. Strength taken from me by my one and only love. Strength taken. I'm no longer courageous, nor smart, nor beautiful. But you're there. I know you're still there. With a flick of my pen, I can end it all. After all good things must come to an end.
Is this a fucking suicide note? Help! Fuck you! Oh shit. Shit's going down, hell yeah. This poem. I'm no expert on connotation and intonation, but if anything I'm able to grasp from this is that Monica is definitely not okay. It must be her return to the literature club. Maybe it's too overwhelming or something. Where is she? Did you guys just find this here? Yuri nods her head. Do you have any idea what this could mean? I can try and explain it. Based on her diction, it seems she's giving up on something. She feels trapped. Trapped? How so? I don't get it. Fuck you, music! Fuck you, music! Man, just like Monica, just be so vague with everything. Calm down, Natsuki. She really could be in trouble. I hope not. Sorry, I'm just worried, okay? Well, it doesn't do us any good to just stand around. Let's go out and look for her. Good idea. Let's go find Monica. We search around the entire school and no sign of her. Yuri looks a little stressed and I decide to see what's up. Hey, Yuri, you alright? I'm fine. Just a little worried. That poem, it didn't seem right. It was obviously a fucking suicide note. Stagnating air is a common foreshadowing that something horrible is going to happen. But I'm sure everything will be okay. Right, sorry. Don't apologize. You're scared too, so it's only natural. Yuri smiles lightly. She must be pretty stressed about all this, considering she's the one who truly understood what Monica meant by that poem. Let's go check the back of the forest she had the picnic at. Alright, good idea, Yuri. Music's normal again. No sign of her either. We've been searching for about an hour. We tried calling her to no avail. Hey, Sayori, do you mind if we split up and check our neighborhood? It'd be more efficient that way. You should check the cafe. Yuri and Natsuki, you should check the pier. Got it. Call us if you find her. Will do. I make my way back towards my house trying to figure out where Monica could have gone. The bookstore maybe? Or maybe the clothing store. Maybe she's just trying to relax. Maybe that would be one of the places. Maybe she checked herself back into the hospital? I'll look there next. Or maybe... Oh, shit. Alright. I'm not completely sure where to go first, but I'll check the book. You know what? Hospital. Wait. As I get close to the entrance of my house, I notice something is off. What the hell? Did I leave my door open this morning? No, I could have sworn I closed and locked it. This is strange. Did someone break in? I take a deep breath and walk inside my house. I already know I'm about to be jump scared right when this text ends. I look at my surroundings. Everything seems to be left unchanged. No sign of anyone entering, but someone must have entered here. I just know it. I head towards the kitchen and everything seems clean. I should probably look for something to defend myself. Maybe this manga will pay off. I grab my broomstick. So, you're in the kitchen. Why don't you have a knife? Alright, broomstick. Fuck it. I continue looking around for any signs of something unnatural. I checked the living room. Normal. I checked the bathroom. All clean. I went to the kitchen. Same as it when I walked in. Guess that only leaves my room. I start feeling my nerves go crazy. The thought of someone breaking in is bad enough, but someone actually in my room? It's freaking me out. I have to investigate. I gently open the door. Is that a fucking gun? She has a... Is that Hitler's gun? Okay, I'm gonna play this clip. And that's why I said, is that Hitler's gun?
Ein verräterischer Jude! No, mein Führer. I'm from Arizona.
Monica, what the hell? I'm shocked to find Monica on the floor, her uniform in tatters and her face covered in tears. I see a pistol in her hand, a Nambu to be specific. Why the hell does she have a gun? I can hear her crying, and I heard tears start to fall to the floor as well. Oh, I thought that gun was a... Never mind. I can hear her crying. I still see the tears fall to the floor as well. Monica, what's going on? Oh, it's you, Elias. I didn't see you come in. I guess it only matters of time until I was found out. Monica, talk to me. Let's just calm down. Elias, I don't think you can help me anymore. All this time has become unbearable. I try my best to calm down and talk with some sense in her, but I look at the gun. It becomes clear of what she wants to do. Monica cries, breaks into silence into the room. Monica, put the gun down, okay? We can talk this over. Does she shoot me? Either she pulls the gun on me and fucking kills me, or she kills herself. I'm fine with both. No, you don't understand. None of this is real, okay? None of you are real. This is just some game. I've been ruining your lives, making all of you miserable. Monica starts sobbing a bit harder now. No, that doesn't make sense at all. What the hell is she even talking about? I know you don't believe me, so I'll just make you believe me. What the fucking hell? What is this? What are these visions? Sayori's depression, Monica's bullying, the car accident. It was all her? Pieces start fitting together like a puzzle. No way. Anger starts to fill every vein in my body. Before I can say anything, Monica places the barrel of her pistol to her temple. I'm so sorry. I still love you. She pulls the trigger. It felt the fire. Before she has a chance to try again, I rush over and grab her wrist. Now I'm the one shooting you, motherfucker! I grabbed the gun, dropped the magazine, and cleared the chamber. The age of ammo dropped. The age of ammo stopped it from firing. Why the fuck? Either you... Where the fuck did you buy your ammo? You need to go to a different shop. I swear. I placed... Or, maybe it's not cleaned. That's also a possibility. Your gun isn't cleaned. Because if your gun isn't cleaned, it's gonna jam up. I placed the unloaded gun in my pocket. Monica placed her head in her palms and started sobbing again. I'm in total shock. What does she mean by this is all just a game? The pieces start slowly fitting together. Suddenly my door opens. Elias, you're home? We got worried. I know, I have a gun in my pocket. But I was planning on killing her, okay? Fuck Monica. Sayori and the others walk into my room together. Why is Monica here? Why is she crying? Who cares? None of this matters anyway. The three girls look at each other in confusion. What do you mean? What's going on here? Monica, she tried to kill all of you. But now that she's failed, I pull the pistol out of my pocket so it becomes visible. Surprisingly, Yuri steps forward. Elias, how do you know this was her intent? I feel anger building up beside me again. Don't you get it? These whole times you've been fucking with your heads. She erases memories, makes our lives miserable. She doesn't want any of us to be happy. Sayori, she made you depressed and worse until you could kill yourself. Sayori's eyes widen. No. Monica, is this true? Monica looks up from her hands, her face red and covered with tears. She nods her head slowly and begins sobbing. Sayori lets out a small gasp and puts her head on my shoulder. She caused you all this pain. I feel a sense of anger I've never felt before. What else did you do, Monica? Why don't you explain yourself to the others what you did? Monica refuses to look up. Answer me! What the hell did you do? What is Elias talking about, Monica? What did you do to us? I made everything worse. Could you elaborate? I hear the frustration in Natsuki's voice. Your dad and the car wreck. I crashed it. And I had intended to make your dad hurt you more. Natsuki looked absolutely livid. She rushed towards Monica only to be stopped by Yuri's sudden cries. Natsuki gives Monica one last glare before going to comfort Yuri. I glance back at Monica. Words aren't going to describe how I'm feeling right now. Okay. Just in case, I have the option to kill this crazy bitch. Just saying, I'm taking it. Words won't begin to describe how I'm feeling now. Monica looks up to me. She mouths the words, delete me. I know exactly what she means. Okay, bye! I pull the pistol out of my pocket, holding it by the barrel. The anger is still boiling inside of me. I stare at Monica as she takes the pistol away from me. I look down and see her grab the magazine off the floor. You know, it's funny. The barrel of the pistol is against her temple once again. This wasn't how things were supposed to be, but she made this choice, and it's clear to me now that I don't know how to love you, so I'll leave you be. Wait. Oh, shit! What the fuck? What the fuck? It's the music that... Monica.chr has been deleted. Let's put her... Fuck off, you dirty whore! Give me a second, everybody. Wait.
As you can tell, I am the biggest brain there ever has to been big-brained. Fuck you. Just really all the fucking text. We wait. What? Oh shit. ... Jesus! Well, she's dead! Kinda been wishing for that this entire series. Don't fucking jump scare
me. Oh, no, the fuck you won't. Oh, shit. Salutation, or solution, what the hell? Is that a U or a V? I'm too dyslexic to tell. Salvation. Salvation is subjective, it really just depends on your circumstances in life. When reality is taken from you, you are thrown into the endless abyss of pain, suffering, and horror. Your body tends to take over and switch to survival mode in all attempts to break free from its torture prison. So, in some way, this outcome was my salvation, as I'm sure it is yours. Thank you for making my literature club Thank you for making the literature club an amazing place. I'll keep you tucked away in your heart. Always from yours, Monica. I'm left in fucking shock. Oh my god. It's continuing?! Okay. A few weeks have gone by. The relation between me and the others have fallen apart. Natsuki and Yuri left the club just a few weeks ago, and I haven't seen them since. Sarah and I haven't been doing too well either. Here and I are remaining members of another following literature club. I keep getting flashbacks to that day. I gave her the gun. I assisted in my friend's suicide. Was that really the right choice? Was death really the only option she had? For me, yes, I'm a hot-headed motherfucker. If I don't like you, kill you. Die, please. As I pack up my things, I hear small steps enter the room. Oh, hey, you never come see me like this. What's up? Can we talk? Of course, what's on your mind? No! Is she breaking up with me? She clenches her teeth and starts crying. My heart skips a beat. Elias, I want to... No! Fuck! 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 Why do I feel useless again? Why'd you do it? What? Why'd you give her the gun? She didn't have to die. At her funeral, everything hit me all at once. I know how Monica feels, and I want to leave too. No, don't talk like that. I tried to go in for a hug, but she doesn't hug back. It's almost like everything she's been going through for nothing. I hold her tight in the hopes that maybe she'll eventually hug back, but it never happens. She keeps on crying, crying, and crying. That's all I hear now. Everything fades to black, and the cries of my one and only love echoing in my mind. Oh my fucking... And you fucking... Wow! You really gonna pull this happy fuck? What the fuck? I imagine a future where I shoot myself. Fuck! Alright, now we look at the good ending, or whatever the hell. We look at the other ending. Alright, fine. Fucking save you. I hate you anyways. I stare into Monika's eyes full of sadness and despair. She's completely destroyed. This game she's referring to, it destroyed her while it made our lives complete. Suddenly, Natsuki stops hugging Yuri and rushes towards Monika. She aims a fist at her, but instead of throwing a punch, he falls to the ground with her. Monika, why? Why would you do this to me? Why did you do this to us? Why would you do this to yourself? Monika stays silent. All I wanted was a place where I could feel safe. Did you ever think about that, Monika? Did you ever consider how we would feel during all of this? I don't care for long explanations. I just want the club to go back to normal. That's all I want. Natsuki starts tearing up while Monika stays silent. Suddenly, Sayori talks to Monika. Monika, her eyes full of shame, avoids looking at her. I don't really understand why you would do what you did, but you should calm down first, so you can explain yourself. See, this is why I shot her. I can see it in your eyes. You're hurting, just like all of us were. Sayori, how can you? I try to. Monika chokes up. I need to explain myself, but I need to talk to someone. Someone I know is listening. Forgive me for what I'm about to do. I'm so sorry. Monika, what are you? Yo, what the fuck? What? What happened? I realize I'm lying flat on the floor. Sayori, Natsuki, and Yuri are all knocked out. I pick myself up and wait for my eyes to adjust to the darkness, but it never happens. Where am I? I feel the carpet underneath my feet, definitely my room. Hey. I step back in fear. Monika seems to step out of the darkness in full view without even a clear light source. Monika, what did you do to us? I just needed everyone to calm down. I have some explaining to do, don't I? Damn straight. Start talking. An awkward silence sweeps the room. Monika opens her mouth to speak, but no words come out. So why'd you do it? Just because it's all a game to you, you think your actions are justified? Just because we aren't real to you? What do you have to gain from all this? Some sadistic form of self-satisfaction? Do you like playing God? Did it ever cross your mind that we have feelings too? That's the thing, you aren't supposed to be this way. None of you are. I was convinced that none of you were real. Just blank slates and nothing but flat character tropes. But it's clear to me now, this world is different. The files are different. This game is different. So what? You think that's supposed to justify your actions? You tried to kill them! And all for what? To reach out for something you don't even know is there? Monika takes a deep breath. I had the capability to alter their personalities, to make them more undesirable in your eyes, and in turn make them pay more attention to me. Because I thought that I was the only one in this world. But this place, it took that away from me. It was the only form of hope I had. If it wasn't obvious now, I don't belong here. In this world, I just bring pain and suffering. And whenever you go to the other girls, I'm just thrown to this endless cacophony of flashing colors and static. It hurts so much. I lost my mind because of it. But I always held on. Monika looks straight through me as if she's directing her statements to someone else. I held on for you. Tell me, one last time. Can you hear me? Where's the no option? Alright, fine, yes. Monika gasps and her eyes filled with tears. Who is she talking to? Oh my god. I knew you were always there. Monika, what are you talking about? I get you were suffering at the hospital, but what do you exactly mean by static? Do you want to know what I go through every day? I slowly nod my head. I think I might be able to understand Monika here better if I see what she's going through. Surely can't be... Oh god. What is this? It hurts! Get me out of here! I stumble back into my room. My head hurts, a cold chill sweeps over me. My hands are shaking non-stop and my heart beats a mile a minute. Monika, what the hell did you do? Monika closed her eyes and let out a sigh. That's the only portion I went through every day. It tore me apart. I'm no longer the girl you used to know. I'm just a shell of a woman, lost, hopeless. Can I shoot you, please? And if all I do is keep the lyrical lover being happy, then why stay? Monika starts crying again and looks straight through me. But you decided to save me. A monster like me. Oh no, don't worry, I killed you. A monster like me, the horrible things I did. I claimed it all because I loved you. But that's not love. It should have been cherishing every moment we had together, not fighting for it. I want nothing more than to be with you. And I realize that now in my broken state, the only thing I've left in the world is you. I know I was wrong, and I notice how everyone has actually cared for me. My actions will never be justified. I'm a horrible person who doesn't deserve your love, or anyone else for that matter. I guess there's only one thing I need to ask, and even if you say no, I'll carry on for you. Do you forgive me? Okay. Safe again! No! Monica tears up again. I understand. But I'll make things better. I'll make things better for the girls you care about so much. You deserve to be happy, and so do they. I promise not to interfere. Thank you for giving me this chance. I wake up in my room once again. It's the dead of night. All 5 of us are asleep on the floor. They're breathing strangely, most likely due from all the crying a few hours prior. I feel something hard in my pocket. I reach in and pull out Monica's pistol from my pocket. What do we do now? I feel more lost and confused than ever. Monica is completely broken. The other girls and I know the truth. How are we supposed to connect back together? How many more sacrifices do we have to make in order for us to be good again? I don't want Monica to die, but these horrible things? How can I expect the girls to forgive her? I crawl over to my bed and rest back against it. I hide the Nambu under my bed and let out a sigh. What a situation I found myself in. I want to help Monica, but how else are we supposed to save someone who thinks we aren't real? As I think about this, I can't help but half-heartedly believe her. Those things she showed me. All those horrific nightmares. She's been going through literal hell for the last few months. While me and the others have been getting better, she's been getting worse. How do I fix this? I can't. Before I close my eyes, I feel someone brush up against me. Ah! Who's there? Oh, sorry, Elias. I didn't mean to startle you. Oh, it's you, Yuri. That's okay. I'm just shaken up over all this. So am I. But I think I understand why Monica did what she did. Yeah, she explained it to me. Ooh, she talked to you? Yeah, she's been through a lot. She started talking to someone that wasn't me, though. Like, the entire time I'd felt she wasn't talking to me at all. I think the situation has just gone over her head. Actually, Elias, I think I know what Monica means. I read a book about the situation very similar to hers. It's about a boy who finds his entire life has been a TV show. So he goes insane and tries to break out this fake reality so he's found himself in. Perhaps Monica was cursed of knowing this fact, and she's been trying so desperately to break free, and somehow she realized there was really someone out there watching her. Whether or not it's true, it's probably the only hope she's ever clung on to. I just wish she'd realize that we're all here for her too. This person she wants to meet, what if she can't reach them? I let my head back down and look at the ceiling. What if Yuri is right? What if there is some otherworldly being watching us? Yo, what's up? What if this is really just some game? How am I supposed to cope with that? Elias, you're worried, aren't you? About what? For Monica? Well, yes. I mean, not about us not being real. That we're just in some sort of game. Think for a moment. Are you able to form your own thoughts? Well, that's a bit of a stupid question. Of course I can. Maybe. And remember what Monica said if we all acted different, especially you? Think back to the first week of the Literature Club, and how did you feel? Well, I remember being mean to Sayori, kinda. Exactly, you came to realize how poor of a friend you were being. I looked down in shame. Guess that was obvious to the others too. Sorry, Elias, I didn't mean to offend you. But you get what I mean now? If we go along with Monica's story, you've changed in her eyes. And perhaps some marvelous epiphany, you came to realize that you should care for Sayori. Maybe this game Monica talks about how do you want to save her, and it punished Monica for her deeds and intentions. I look over at Monica, her breathing slowed down to a soft, gentle rhythm. She wanted to hurt me too. She's terrified right down to the bone. But I can't bring myself to be angry at her. I suddenly feel guilty for feeling so much rage earlier, just like these girls. Monica was hurting too, and the fact that Sayori was the only one to notice this entire time, I once again failed to realize how much of pain my friend was in. Screw the idea if we're not real. If I'm able to feel these emotions, I know I'm real. This is where I belong, and Monica will have to do anything we can to help her. Even Natsuki, she wants nothing but a safe place where she can be herself. We're all broken individuals, but you're there for us, Elias. You're there for Sayori, you're there for Natsuki, and you're there for me. While it takes some time, Monica will accept us. We're her friends. No game is ever going to change that. I take a look at Monica still sound asleep. Yuri's right, I don't agree with what Monica said, but I think all she needs is a bit more love from her friends. Maybe you're right, Yuri is already fast asleep, her hand resting on my bed. I lay on my bed again and let out a long, heavy sigh. Things are gonna be different around here, for better or for worse. I open my eyes and quickly look for all the girls. Oh, they're still here. In sunlight, it's easy to see the tear-stained face on the girls, including Yuri. I lift myself up more close to Sayori. Hey, Sayori, wake up. Oh, Monica. Yeah. I haven't really thought of how this is going to affect us in the long term, and now I have no idea what to do. It's gonna be okay, Sayori. We just need to have a calm discussion with her. But she tried to kill me! And she wanted to do horrible things to Yuri and Natsuki too. Don't worry. I killed her in one of the universes, but there's hundreds of fucking universes that Doctor Strange said, but I don't know. I haven't watched Endgame. I don't know if he dies or not. She wanted to do terrible things to Yuri and Natsuki too. Yes, I know that. And she made you feel really bad too, remember? This is surprising to say the very least. I mean, I kind of expect Sayori to be the one who would be nice, calm, and forgiving, but it makes sense that she's angry. Who wouldn't be? I assume Sayori's yelling scared Natsuki and Yuri awake, as they slowly pick themselves up off the floor as well. I see you guys are discussing matters. The hell is there to discuss? Monica is a fucking bitch! Natsuki, please calm down. Me? You're telling me to calm down? There's a murderous sociopath right there in front of us. Yuri places both her hands on Natsuki's shoulders. Calm down. This is the last thing any of us needs right now. We need to think about this rationally. You just don't understand. It was probably easier for you. All you did was cut yourself for enjoyment. At least you enjoyed what you were doing. Natsuki! Natsuki tears up and runs out of my room. Shit, we're already falling apart. Yuri rolls up her sleeves and runs her finger on the various scars she has. They're already healing nicely. These scars. They're a painful reminder of what I did to myself. Monica didn't do this. I did this to myself. But all wounds heal. These scars not only serve as a reminder, but they also represent my body forgiving me.
Do you want to know how I got these scars? My club president was a bitch. A fiend. And one night she goes off crazier than usual.
I hurt my body tearing my arms apart, and yet it still heals. These wounds Monica has inflicted upon us, they cut deep. Sayori, you wanted nothing but than for us to be happy, and Monica made you think that because of you, none of us would be happy. Sayori looks away. You're right, Yuri. But these wounds, they healed, did they not? Sayori slowly nods. I'm finally understanding what Yuri means. She rolls her sleeve back down, and for Natsuki, she's a broken girl. A lot of her childhood has been filled with constant abuse and torment from her father. She's a stubborn, immature, and annoying sometimes, but she's my best friend. I know her well. I can guarantee she wants nothing more than this club to go back to normal. She just needs time to cope and understand. She needs time for her wounds to heal. Do you think she meant what she said right now? I don't think so. But then again, she's not entirely wrong. Right, I understand. I look over at Sayori, who still has her eyes locked on the unconscious club president. What are you thinking, Sayori? I don't know. She did so many terrible things. She's almost a murderer. So why am I feeling bad for her? I wrap my arms around Sayori and hold her close to me. What's wrong with me, Elias? I should be angry. I should hate Monica for what she did. But I can't. It's okay, Sayori. I know how you feel. For once in my life, I can finally relate to how Sayori is feeling. Monica tried to kill the love of my life. The sweet, kind, gentle Sayori who wanted nothing more than everyone to be happy. And yet I can't bring myself to hate her for her actions. It's just too hard. Suddenly in the midst of Sayori and I emotional outburst, Monica starts waking up. Monica? Monica looks completely crushed, her face stained with tears from yesterday. Sayori breaks free of my embrace and looks like just about ready to explode. I place my hand on her shoulder, but she knocked it away. Do you still want to kill me, Monica? Why don't you just take the gun and use it on me instead? Sayori, remember what I said earlier. Sayori suddenly looks guilty and steps back. I'm sorry, Monica. I'm just so confused. Sayori clings into my arm. Monica refuses to look at any of us. Her eyes are completely devoid of any emotion other than complete hopelessness. It's almost pathetic. Seeing such a strong-minded, strong-willed girl reach her breaking point. But then again, stuff she goes through every day, I don't think I'd be able to bear it myself. What if it were Sayori in Monica's position? What would she do? What if it were Natsuki or Yuri? Yuri slowly walks up to Monica and speaks to her. Monica, how are you feeling? Her tone of voice is extremely calm and gentle, like a mother speaking to a child. No, stay away from me. I don't deserve your kindness, Yuri. You deserve a gun to your head. You deserve the clock 19. You don't get the cock, you get the Glock. I'm just here to help you. Monica stays silent, refusing to look in Yuri's direction. You must be feeling horrible guilt, is that right? Monica slowly nods. Then I'm sure you don't need reminders of what you did anymore. Let's just talk. Monica finally looks at Yuri full of surprise. You want to listen to me? She nods and warmly, whatever the fuck. Sayori and I look in shock. The shyest girl in the club meeting is leading this entire crusade. Take all the time you need. We're here for you. End this Glock. Can I fucking shoot her again, please? It was so fun! Monica looks out a heavy sigh. Well, I promised someone I'd carry on for them. I remember feeling this epiphany. Some sort of crazy realization that this world wasn't my own. Next, you guys came, my only friends. I believe you were nothing more than flat characters. I learned how to control this world, this game. I'm sorry, but this sounds incredibly outlandish. No, it's alright, Monica. Just let it all out. Well, I realized there was a person out there for me. And it wasn't you, Elias. The person watching us all, the one playing this game. I'm in love with them. I was in love with the fact that they were real, just like me. So, this is who she was talking to earlier. Yo, what's up? This person she was referring to, they're the player of the game we're in. That's so bizarre. Go on. I realized I was trapped in here. Every day got worse and worse. I tried to cope with it and grab their attention, but they just kept focusing on you three. Yeah, because fuck you. It hurt. The game started hurting me, pushing me away while you three got all the attention. It felt so horribly selfish, but the pain was so intense I just couldn't stand it. So I realized I had the power to do things such as manipulate the game. I decided to take matters into my own hands until something sparked. The lives changed into more of a person rather than a dense placeholder for someone else. And you three, you all changed. The code changed. The game changed. And the pain just got worse and worse. I tried to make Natsuki worse by having her dad abuse her more, causing her to be more angry and irritable, but it affected me instead. That's why I kept acting so rash towards you, Sayori. I'm so sorry. And then I tried messing with you, Yuri. My plan was to make you seem crazy obsessive. It affected me instead, and on a whim I decided to crash the car that night because I wanted you all to disappear. I wasn't myself anymore, and now everything is falling apart. I realized how much you all care for us, and it made me realize I am a truly horrible person for doing all these things to you. Every time I close my eyes, I see nothing but reminders of how alone I am in this world, but having you three with me now, maybe I'm not so alone after all. Yuri sighs and closes her eyes. Maybe Sayori is looking elsewhere, and out of the corner of my eye, Natsuki is standing at my room listening to Monika's lament. I'm still in shock that this could all possibly be true. My whole world, childhood, my life takes place in a damn game? I sure as hell feel real, but what does that mean for us? A higher being watching over me? Do they know what I'm thinking right now? Can they hear me? Elias? Yeah. If Monika is right and this is all just a silly game, does that mean our love is fake? No, not at all. I don't even know the answer myself. How do I truly know if what I feel is real? Monika? You have to understand that these statements of yours is pretty intense for the four of us. Can you be sure, 100%, that everything you said is true? Monika slowly nods her head. Sayori grasps and walks backwards slowly. Now hold on. I have been able to watch you all. It's incredibly obvious that you all are more than just static characters. You all show qualities of real people with real feelings and real dreams. I don't know how this happened, but I know that you all feel the same way as I. I was wrong for thinking all these horrible things about you, and I'm so sorry. Monika looks away from all of us, her eyes showing the strain of what this game has done to her. Suddenly, Natsuki walks back into my room. She stays quiet but somewhat looking guilty. Natsuki, are you feeling okay? I didn't mean those things, Yuri. I was just upset and scared. Hey, it's okay. We all are. But we'll work something out. Yuri smiles warmly, giving us all the small silver of hope and comfort. You know what, Monika? Without you, things didn't feel the same. We all really missed you. I missed you too. Sayori, after remaining quiet this whole time, finally speaks up. She breaks free of my arm and gets closer to Monika. You made this club feel whole. In the 2 months you were gone, I barely even knew what to do. The day we visited you at the hospital, did none of that seem real to you? Monika stays silent at Sayori's question for a while. It was the nicest thing anyone has ever done for me. All your hugs, your gifts, your silly remarks, and clumsy attitude. Those things were the closest things I've ever felt to a new reality. A reality in which that maybe, just maybe, happiness can be the truly found for all of us. Even if that means I have to leave this world behind. Natsuki finally inches closer to Monika. Monika, I know what you may have done some terrible things, but you also provided me with a safe place I can be in. No, you gave us all the safe place we could be in. The Literature Club. If you didn't start the club, who knows what would have happened. We wouldn't have met each other. Monika looks at her in surprise. You aren't mad at me? Of course I am. Why wouldn't I be mad after knowing what you did? You wanted us gone and you hurt us. But damn it all. If it wasn't going for your story, I don't think I would ever consider even a moment ever forgiving you. But if there's anything Yuri taught me, it's that being angry at someone or someone forever doesn't help anybody. I think you've been punished enough as it is. I just want the damn club to go back the way it used to be. Well, Monika, what are you thinking? Monika looks down at her feet, tears start flowing in her eyes. I just want you guys to forgive me. I'm so sorry for everything. I really love you all. Why the fuck is my nose so itchy? But if you want me to leave... Suddenly, Sayori runs over to Monika and wraps her arms around her. You cheating on me? Bitch. Sayori? Without a second thought, Yuri walks over and joins in as well. Yuri? I look over at Natsuki, looking a little disgusted. Alright, to hell with it. Natsuki runs over and hugs Monika as well. Everything is gonna be okay, Monika. Yeah, I'll take some time, but I'm sure things will get back together again. You see, even when things look in their darkest, you'll always have us. But it'll take some time to get used to. Oh my god, I really don't deserve this happy ending like you all. But thank you. Thank you so much. Kinda wish we had the choice to join in. Bzz, bzz. Is that a dream? My first weekend in a long while when I wake up normally. No more nightmares, no more fear. That's what I would like to think anyway. I sit up from the bed and look around in my room. Just 2 days ago, we were all in here, absolutely dumbfounded by the realization that we don't exist. At least, not in the way we thought we did. So, why do I still feel? Why do I still think? I pinch myself gently, just enough to feel a small surge of pain. That's definitely real. I get up from the bed and kneel down to look underneath it. The pistol Monica was going to use on herself, looking old and dated, laid there. I can't imagine being so broken down to where this is your only answer. I nearly stopped myself. This is how Sayori felt. Sayori was feeling like nothing. Her depression ruined her to the point where suicide was her only solution. But we found a way. She found a reason to keep on pushing forward. Monica doesn't have that. It was taken from her. She has nothing in this world. Is it really good for her to stay here? No, I can't be thinking like this. I can't possibly be okay with the death of my friend. Despite the things she did, the harm she tried to inflict on us, it'd probably do the same thing if I was left with nothing, with no hope. What if she isn't at school today? What if she killed herself as soon as she turned home? My phone starts vibrating. It's Sayori. Elias, you coming outside? Yeah, I'm on my way down. Sayori doesn't sound too good either. What is she thinking right now? Her words echo back to me. Is our love just a lie? Is it? Is this all a fabricated story made to make someone happy? Made me happy. Does she still love me? Do I love her? I shake my head. No, I do love Sayori. I know I do. This situation is just getting to my head. I put on my uniform and head downstairs. Hey, Sayori. Hey, Elias. Not a word is spoken between us as we make our commute underneath the cloudy gray sky. I think back to last week when I assured her that Monica would be okay. When I assured her that she cares about us. I wonder if she's thinking about that too. What is going to happen at club today? I can only wonder for now. I stand just outside the clubroom doors. I don't hear anything going on in there. Did anyone even bother showing up? Hey. I quickly turn around to identify a voice I already know too well. Sayori, you made it. I wouldn't miss the club for the world. Sayori looks past me, clearly thinking about something else. I grab her hands and interlock them with my own. I know it's hard, really hard, but this is the decision we made. We want to help Monica in the end, right? Sayori nods slowly. I know it's hard to forget what she did, and she wanted to do, but she's still our friend. You'll be okay, right? Sayori nods slowly once more. I let out a sigh and prepare for the worst. I turn back around and open the clubroom door, still holding Sayori's hand tightly. Monica's at the distance from the room organ. Fuck you, music. Below is a trash can full of sheet music. Natsuki and Yuri are what I found. I try to work up the courage to say something, but something stops me. Is it fear? Anger? Guilt? Sympathy? Why can't I say anything to her? I walk over to a desk and set my things down. I look at Sayori. She hasn't looked since we've been in here. Was this a good idea? Should I have brought her in here? Sayori and I look up to her. We hear the clubroom doors open. It's Yuri followed by Natsuki. Yuri walks by Monica without looking her way while Natsuki shoots multiple glances at her before storming off towards the closet. The room remains silent, only for it to be occasionally broken by a pencil being tapped on a desk or a page turning. Monica's back is turned towards us. The tension in the room is almost painful, so painful that it makes me want to scream, but I can't. I stay silent. My hand never broke with Sayori's. We're in together, Bun. We'll get through this, only one day at a time. A week goes by with no improvement. Monica tried speaking to us, not seeing one of us responded to her. Another week goes by. Another. And another. Sarah and I are finally working out again. We talk to each other more, much like we used to, but neither of us brought up that day. The day Monica revealed the truth to us. But Sarah and I are happy, and this happiness feels real to me. Sarah feels real to me. That's all I care about. It's nearing the holidays now. The weather has become brisk, but thanks to Sayori, I never have to worry about freezing up. Monica's at her desk writing stuff down as usual. I smile lightly at her, but she returns a favor. Not a word is spoken between us. I haven't heard her voice in weeks. Yuri is in the back preparing tea to help with the cold winter. Natsuki is in her usual reading spot, reading a manga about boxing. Suddenly, something fucking hell, miraculous happens. Yuri starts to walk slowly to Monica, her eyes fixed on hers. Would you like some tea, Monica? Monica looks in shock. This was most likely the first time anyone has spoken to her in weeks. She slowly takes a teacup and brings it to her lips. The tea brings color into her eyes, and her skin seems to glow again like they used to. I don't know how the fuck you know that the tea brings color in her eyes if her eyes are closed. She smiles. Thank you, Yuri. Yuri nods and returns back to her desk in the back of the room. Sayori whispers to me, Do you think that everything's starting to be okay? I still don't know how to answer to this question, but after what I saw moments ago, I think there's a small chance that everything will be okay again. Okay, everyone, let's talk. Monica takes a deep breath and calms herself down. Elias becomes more dyslexic at the moment. What time is it? It's 12:05. Fuck. It's been a while since I've tried speaking to all you like this, hasn't it? Look, I know you all probably hate me right now, and you're afraid, angry, or whatever it is. I mean it, you know. I truly do care for you all. You guys are all I have. I just don't want any of us to suffer the same fate as I did. Things are going to be different around here. But one thing's for sure, I'm going to make things right between us. It's my duty as club president to make things okay again. It's not easy knowing this world you belong in isn't real, but it's still our home. I should have realized that there's nothing more I can do to cope with that fact. Being here with you guys is what makes me feel this whole place bearable. It's not like before, where you guys were just lines of code programmed to say lines. You guys are real, tangible personalities that I've seen grow over the last few months. You know what I wanted to do? I'll never forgive myself for it. But having you guys around as my friends make this so much easier to cope with. The reason why I lashed out and did so many irrational things was because all I felt was loneliness. I'm sure you all are doing a much better job at coping with this fact. Monica trails off as if she forgot what she was going to say next. I'm repeating myself again. I know I've already said these things. Well, Monica looks up at Yuri, who walks a bit closer to her. I realize there's not much we can really do, is there? I see. I don't think we should be so hungover at this. It took me a while too, but being here isn't too bad if you have you guys with me. I read stories like this. Most people want to commit suicide, go insane, and perform real heinous tasks to cope with the reality that they're in. But as you learned, what's the point in that? I'm not saying I wouldn't have done the same if I was placed in your position. I don't think we should be talking about what's possible, but rather what's placed right in front of us. We're faced with the troublesome fact. None of this is real, but this is the world I've grown to love, and I've experienced hardships, breakships, and plenty of other things that have helped me grow as a person. I'm not really to hate it just yet. Yuri suddenly gets timid again and takes a step back. Monica looks down at her hands. She forms a face and lets tears roll down her cheeks. Yuri's right. Everything I've been through, everything we've been through together, it couldn't have been for nothing. Natsuki closes her manga and gently stands up. Aren't you forgetting what we told you? I care. We all care about you. What's the point of getting riled up over something you can't change? Sure, it sucks, but what are we supposed to do about it? I say let's make the best out of life. Isn't that what you're supposed to do? Isn't that what you told us when you started this club? Monica looks up at Natsuki. Yeah, your writing tip of the day? No matter how bad things look in life, or always go for a silver lining. Always look for a reason to keep on moving, even have as small as reading your favorite novel. You remembered? Well, duh. It resonated with me. Monica stays silent. I've always looked up to you, and I still do. You're so strong, Monica. If I was in your place, I don't think I would have lasted a day. And I don't know if this helps, but you're an amazing club president bringing us all together like this. It probably hurts so much, because you truly do care. What the fuck is my message? If you didn't, you wouldn't be sad right now. Is that true? Monica stares down at the floor. It feels like everything I've done has been for nothing. I truly do love you guys, but I feel like I've wasted that love on nothing. That's not true. Oh. You're the reason I got better at my poems. You gave me the purpose when... Shit. You gave me the purpose when I felt like I had none. Vice president of a club? A dream come true for a girl like me. You see, you made my dream come true. In a time like this, I realize sometimes love can't fix everything, but it sure is a nice thing to have. And that's what makes the word feel to me. I look over at Monica, who was smiling lightly under her earlier tears. Oh, you guys. I really couldn't have asked for better friends, nor do I deserve any. I know I may have destroyed our trust for years to come, but I'm glad you're all in this with me. We'll get through this together, because that's what this club is about, the Literature Club. And we'll make it a place where happiness can truly be found. Thanks for listening to me.